Hello, I'm Jay and welcome to my corner of YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking about my old GameCube. Now, I haven't seen this thing in years. It's been tucked at the back of a loft in an old carrier bag and I've dug it out. It's all still working. It was the Platinum version of the GameCube which came out, had the Wind Walker limited edition disc with it, which unfortunately I'm gutted to say is not in the bag, but there was a few bits just to get me started, and finding this has definitely got me started thinking I want to expand this collection and play some of these games that were forgotten about, really. So in order to get it running on a more modern TV, I'm sure there's better ways of doing it, but for now I've just got a simple AV to HDMI, and that seems to be just doing the trick for now. I know there's plenty of other options to play out there. My joypad working fantastic, there are no faults with that, more faults with the way I'm playing the games at the moment. I think after playing the Nintendo Switch, and I'm primarily a PC gamer, but I've started collecting games again, and I've wanted physical copies of games for the Switch because I lend them out to friends and family. They've got theirs, so you know, we can sort of swap around. So I tend to stay away from the online stores. It's been a long time since I bought a physical copy of a game for the PC. I mean, this current rig that I built, I didn't even bother putting a DVD drive in there. I mean, so there's no physical box, so I've quite enjoyed having the boxes and being able to swap my games around for the Switch. And this has kind of got me onto thinking, I'm going to start collecting for the GameCube. So I'll go through some of the games that I've got, some of them not so good, but I have got a couple of classics in there and exclusives, which I'll be streaming on my Twitch channel and enjoying playing on over there. So yeah, the GameCube has been found. It's working. I've managed to hook it up through this HDMI, and it also plugs into the Elgato, so I can now stream on Twitch. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of retro streaming. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy that. So don't forget, you can check me out on my Twitch channel, link down below. If that's your thing, come over. Okay, so let's go through some of the games that I've found in the bag along with the GameCube. Like I say, unfortunately, I'm gutted to find the limited edition of Zelda was missing, so I'm going to try my best to find that. Wind Waker was one of my favourite Zelda games. I loved it. I loved the artwork, and I know it's been remastered, but I've got to play that again. So that is a must-have for my collection. In some form, I've got to have Wind Waker. Okay, so Super Mario Sunshine, another must-have, I think, for the GameCube. Instead of collecting moons like an Odyssey, you're collecting sunshine. So great! I'm going to be streaming Mario Sunshine on my Twitch channel. Really enjoying that. I don't remember ever completing this one. I certainly I can't remember how far I got with it back in the day when I had it, but it's one that I never completed. So I'm having fun going back, and we're doing a little bit of streaming. If Twitch is your thing, don't forget, links down below. Come and join me over there. I'm going to see if I can get through to the end of that game. Moving on, okay, we found a copy of Mario Kart Double Dash. Now, Double Dash was definitely one of my favourite Mario Karts. I loved the way that you could flip your character and sort of save up your weapons, so you could keep a revved shell and flip them around, so you could for me it made it a little bit more tactical, I think, as well. So that was great fun. So yeah, I want to go back and see if there's any of my old favourite circuits on there, see how that feels. We'll catch some footage for that. Moving on, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Now, I do remember when I bought this, Final Fantasy had moved off of, or Square Enix were moving away from the PlayStation, so that was an exclusive for the GameCube. But I remember being disappointed because if I remember rightly, when I played it, I felt that you had to have another player with it was definitely more of a multiplayer game. Didn't have anybody who could play it with me, and I don't know if you can complete it really, you know, sort of single player. So it was like one. We'll go back and check it out, but I don't know. I remember being disappointed. I know how much I love Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, and then Crystal Chronicles was a little bit of a disappointment, if I remember rightly. Okay, so definitely going to be streaming, like I said, a little bit of Mario Sunshine over on my Twitch channel for a little bit of a laugh, but let me know in the comments below. What games do you think, guys, that I should be looking out for the GameCube? I was pleased to find what I did in that bag of anything at all, and it was all working. I'm pleased to have a working GameCube. There was a couple of titles that was missing from the pack, like I say, Zelda, the limited edition was missing, and I do believe that I had quite a few of the Resident Evil games as well. Quite a lot actually came out for GameCube Resident Evil wise. I'm going to track some of those games down to try and replace some of the ones I'm missing. But again, what games do you think I should be looking out for? You know, comments down below, anything that you think are absolute must plays that I've got to try and find. I'd love to know down there. Come and join me on Twitch if that's your thing. I'll be streaming some GameCube stuff, doing some retro stuff. We'll be going through some of the game finds we've got, and I think when I've got a little bit of a collection or a little bit of a gathering of games, I think we'll do a proper showcase, perhaps when I've got sort of 10 good games or some hidden gems that I've not played before. If you guys can recommend me some, perhaps I'll give you some thoughts on, you know, if that's what you want to know, what I'm finding, how much I'm finding it for, that sort of thing. I think we'll put down some of the things that we've been collecting. As and when I find some more stuff, I want to come back and revisit some of the games that I'm picking up and finding. I've already bid for a couple on eBay, so hopefully we'll start building up the GameCube collection. I'm loving collecting for the GameCube again. I think it's a good time to start doing it. The games are not too overpriced, and pick up job lots. I've even found that I'm looking on eBay. I've sold a couple of bits on eBay, but I'm looking now, and you know, people are letting job lots go as well. So I think rather than buying a separate controller, I've noticed that people have been, you know, selling off a console with half a dozen games and a couple of controllers, and I definitely need to get a couple more Nintendo controllers. I love the GameCube controllers, so that's something I'm gonna do. So I'll probably end up getting another bundle, buying a couple of bundles to bump my collection up and see where we end up, but more to get some spare bits and bobs. Till next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.